What's going on, guys? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. Today we're going to talk about Black Friday. I'm going to give you guys some thoughts on Black Friday, some tips on Black Friday spending and economic activity. We're going to talk about Walmart actually overtaking Amazon as the new Black Friday king. So get comfortable, buckle up a seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Good morning. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means that we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means that we educate our kids. Black first means that we build wealth in our families. Black first means that we prepare for the future. If you agree with this philosophy, put a B1 in the chat. Put a B1 in there, and also let me know what city you're from. I see Tony C out of Pittsburgh. Hey, the real JPCD. Kevin Johnson out of Chicago. Hannah, good morning to you. And Tony and Dee Dee Lee from New Orleans. Raleigh, let's see, I see Raleigh, North Carolina, another New Orleans in here. Jason out of LA. William out of Portsmouth, Virginia. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Give me a yes if you can hear me okay. I'm in a hotel, so sometimes my Wi-Fi is a little different, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Also, smash the like button. Hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. The notification bell is extremely important because you know that sometimes when you get too black on the internet, they want to shadow ban you, and we're not going to let that happen because you'll get the notification bell, which means that you'll be notified when we go live. I promise you I will not waste much of your time. I will not waste any of your time, actually. I will always give you something that makes your life better. Now, how many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you are planning to do a little Black Friday shopping? How many of you have spent a little money, maybe online or in the stores? It's okay if you are. Come on, let's fess up. How many of you are thinking about going and getting a deal on that big screen TV, or maybe going out to Walmart or to some other store and basically take advantage of the fact that everything is on sale this week? Give me a yes. Come on. Let's see. I see Michi says no. Rakud says no. I see a lot of no's. Now, Tim says yes. See, Tim's honest. Some of y'all in here lying. Some of y'all are making stuff up. Okay, Andrea says, I do not do Black Friday at all. Ricardo says yes. Okay, so about half and half, right? Black Friday is a big week for retailers. Black Friday, if you are an investor, Black Friday is when the companies that you own stock in are going to be making money. And two of the companies that I'm talking about today are Amazon and Walmart. And Amazon and Walmart both make money for my family because we own stock in both of those companies. We've been shareholders for many years now. And so ultimately, with Black Friday, it's really interesting. It's a big time. A lot of companies compete for space on Black Friday, and you think that the Americans are crazy when it comes to spending. In China, Alibaba actually dwarfs, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon and all the other companies on Black Friday sales. They sell insane amount. I mean, it might be like $100 billion in one day or something crazy like that. I'm not sure. I got to go look at the exact numbers. But in China, their Black Friday sales are actually insanely high. So don't feel bad. It just is what it is, right? So here's what's interesting. This is what led me to do this conversation today. As I sit home with my family and Black Friday's beginning, and we might do a little shopping. I'm not gonna. Ain't no shame in shopping. I want you to understand that there's no shame in shopping. You just have to eat your vegetables before you go for dessert. Shopping is your dessert. Shopping is the extra thing you do when you have extra money to burn. Shopping is the thing you do if you want to do a little consumerizing, right? But you don't shop before you invest. So before you go shopping for clothes, just go shopping for some shares of stock. That's it. Before you go and blow it at the mall, go blow some of that at the stock market so that you can get a piece of both sides. So I want to make this clear. I don't want anybody to ever think that when you're in this platform, when I talk about being financially healthy, that means you can never shop, you can never enjoy your money, and that every penny must be efficiently used all the time, no matter what. I'm not going to shame you for buying a $6 cup of coffee if that's what you want to do. If you want to go to Starbucks and buy the $6 latte, you should do that. What I'm saying is have the balance. Investing reminds me of when I was in college. Anybody tell me if you ever heard this? Give me a yes in the chat if you've ever heard this. Anybody ever hear when you go to college, they say, well, don't be up there partying or you're going to flunk out. Did anybody hear that when you went to college? I used to hear that all the time from people. that would say, if you go to college, you're going to flunk out if you partying. Don't be up here partying. You go down in parties, you're going to flunk out. Did anybody ever hear that? Or was I the only one? Give me a yes in the chat if you heard that either when you went to college or you've heard some people say that to their kids or whatever. Give me a yes. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I went to college. For 4 straight years, I was the #1 Black student on the entire University of Kentucky campus. I had the highest grade point average of every student on that campus. It blew my mind because I'd never made good grades before. But when I got to college, I was serious. I had a new daughter. I didn't have anybody to fall back on financially. I had to handle my business. So I was in there handling my business. I had the highest GPA on the entire campus. Go check with anybody who was there at that time. I was known as the smart kid. Let me tell you a little secret. When I got to college, I found out that people don't flunk out because they go to parties. Parties do not make you flunk out of college. My sister is a medical doctor who also made straight A's in college. She went to every party known to man. She would go to parties on other people's campuses. That's how much of a partier my sister was. Parties don't make you flunk out. The only time you flunk out is when you don't study between the damn parties. That's what made you flunk out. If you go into the parties and you're not studying, then you're going to flunk out. But if you don't study, and even you can flunk out even if you don't go to parties. I knew people that didn't go to parties that flunked out because they didn't do their homework. They didn't handle their business. So what I'm saying to you is when it comes to investing, spending money, going shopping is not going to make you broke. Shopping does not make you broke. It's when you don't invest between your shopping, when you're not investing and building your wealth. That's what makes you broke. That's what does it. Rich people shop more than the rest of us do. Have you ever seen a Kardashian go to the mall? They'll drop $100,000 and think nothing of it. But in between trips to the mall, they're out making money with their businesses. They're out making money with their assets. They're putting money into their investments. So do you understand what I'm saying? Give me a yes in the chat if you're following what I'm saying. I want to belabor this point because I want to make it clear. Because a lot of people are like, well, Dr. Boyce, I didn't want to tell you about the new toys I bought my kids for Christmas because I don't want you to get mad at me. I'm not like that. I am not like that. I don't want to be like that. That ain't no fun. It's no fun if you can't enjoy your money. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. I'm saying that in a gentle way, not in a toxic way. Seriously, life ain't no fun if you can't enjoy your money. So holidays are coming. Enjoy your money. Buy your kids toys. Kids like toys. They don't want to get just shares of stock for Christmas every year. They want something in addition to those shares of stock. All I'm here to do is to be the reminder to say to you, in between all the toys, get your kids something that's going to really last them for life. In between all the fun stuff, get them something that's going to make them productive. What's a good thing you can do? Well, let me tell you, I spent last week telling y'all how much I love Disney stock. Disney just switched out their CEO. They went back to Bob Iger, who's the guy that took the company to the top in the first place. I think that's a win for Disney. Disney stock. Why is Disney stock a good gift for your children? Well, because they understand Disney. They know what it means to own a piece of Wakanda and the Black Panther. They know what it means to own a piece of the Little Mermaid. They know what it means to see their favorite Disney character and to know that they're making money when Disney makes money. That's a very empowering feeling for a child. Very empowering. So what I really want you to do is I want you to enjoy your holiday and spend your money. Do what you got to do. Just make sure you're also putting yourself in a position where you can enjoy even more holidays after this. Do not be a sucker when it comes to spending your money where you spend every penny, invest nothing, and then you're broke at the end of the holiday, deep in debt, and have no prospects to speak of long term. If you at least in this way, if you're broke at the end of the holiday and you spent all your money, which I'm not going to beat you up for that. At least you got some assets. At least you got something that you could sell on the open market and actually get some cash flow if you need it. Okay. So give me a yes if you get what I'm saying. Give me a yes if you're going to do some investing this holiday season. Give me a yes if you're going to try to do as much investing as you do spending. If you do that, then you're probably going to be okay. All right. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Also, since everybody's doing Black Friday stuff in the Black Business School, we've actually reduced the prices on a lot of our things for Black Friday. We have a great wealth building program for children called Black Millionaires of Tomorrow. We have educated millions and millions of our children, Black children all around the world on economics and things like that. I designed this program based on what I taught my students at Syracuse University. I just chopped it into baby food, basically, so that any child can understand it, or even their parents are learning from it. So if you'd like to actually take advantage of that offer, I think we put it up at 60% off or some massive discount. Just go to BoyceWatkins.com and you can find the program there. You can also find access to my wife and I are doing a love and money masterclass. So if you are a couple and you want to learn about love and money and relationships and how to make money strengthen your relationships and have your relationships strengthen your money, then we're your people for that. So feel free to go to BoyceWatkins.com. All of that's there. Hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't done that yet also. All right, so here's what it says here on CNBC. It says Walmart took the top spot among shoppers who are searching online for Black Friday discounts, according to data from Captify. Amazon last year topped the ad tech companies list, but this year they fell to fourth as of Friday morning. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Amazon, like Disney, just switched out from their iconic CEO to a new person. I forgot Jassy, Andy Jassy. They switched from Bezos to Jassy. This is bad for Amazon. Amazon usually dominates online shopping during the holiday season. I knew Walmart was going for the jugular. Apparently, Walmart has achieved a hell of a victory with this. They said retailers are battling for shoppers' eyeballs and wallets amid an unusual holiday shopping season clouded with sky-high inflation. So right now, you've got really high inflation, and people are sort of looking to see how the consumer is going to react. And all of us in here, most of us are part consumer, but remember, I want you to be part investor because I want you to benefit from the consumers that exist in this country. So right now, what's going on is they're watching consumers. They're like, man, this inflation is insane. Are they still going to show up like they always do? Is that shopping addiction strong enough to keep consumers coming? And what they're finding is the answer so far has been yes. And unfortunately, this is why I want you and your children and your family to become producers and investors in addition to consumers, is because it does become a drug addict, drug pusher relationship. These companies are selling products, some of which you're not even going to be using a year from now, but people will spend money like crazy. Well, why is that? Well, because from the time you're born, you are trained to be a consumer. And that's especially true if you're Black. I want you to pay attention to how many relatives you have who got up early in the morning or stayed up late at night to go Black Friday shopping. Pay attention to how many people in your family see Christmas as a commercialized event where their job and their goal is to spend every penny they have to make sure the babies have a good Christmas. Make sure we got to go buy the babies Christmas, right? We're trained on that. That's what we're trained to do since we're children. And this is something that I need you to examine because it's that financial psychology piece that is causing Black wealth to continue to decline. And I'm not talking about you. A lot of you are in here because you're conscious, you're economically conscious, and you're trying to become more conscious. And I respect that. I'm really talking about people who just kind of go along with whatever society tells them to do. They tell you from the time you're born that your job as a Black person is to shop. Go to YouTube, and there's a video called How to Sell to the Negro. And the video called How to Sell to the Negro was made in the 1950s. And it was applied to your grandparents and your great-grandparents, but it really showed the mindset of Black people, Black psychology, and how white companies could get Black consumers to buy things. And what's interesting is that video was made by Ebony Magazine. Ebony Magazine was telling white companies, this is how you can get money from the Black consumer. I don't know, has anybody ever heard of that video? Give me a yes if you've ever heard of it. But it's really, really disturbing and revealing in terms of what they do to try to program you to spend money. And they want you to only think on the consumer side and on the laborer side. So your job from birth, the way you're trained is to get a job and to work yourself to the bone so you can go spend all your money, and then you have to go back to work again, and you're never ever truly financially free. And I don't want you on that. Nobody has ever, my friend Julian Gordon said this and I love it. He said, nobody has ever won the rat race. Nobody has ever won the rat race. If you're a rat and you racing, you're always going to get last place. You will never win the rat race. So at some point you must exit the rat race, and investing allows you to exit the rat race where you're not just a rat kind of trying to chase a piece of cheese and running on a treadmill. You're actually getting ahead and owning assets. And you start by owning things like stocks and bonds consistently with the $5 a day investing plan, which is free, by the way. You can go to BoyceWatkins.com. We've taught this to millions of people, and we'll teach it to you for free. So just go to BoyceWatkins.com. It's right there. It's from the Black Business School. And then number two, You own real estate. That's why everybody, even if you can't own a home, you should learn how to buy a home. You should just study the process. YouTube videos don't cost you nothing. Start learning how to buy a home so that when you get that bread together, you'll know what move you can make. You'll know what opportunities are out there. Your $1 million opportunity is out there. You just have to know how to find it, right? And then the third thing you do is you do entrepreneurship. Black people must become entrepreneurs as a key to our survival. We need to build businesses. HBCUs are the most underfunded institutions on this planet. HBCUs, if you combine the endowment of every HBCU in America, you won't even get 1/10 of the endowment of Harvard University. All of the Harvard University has an endowment that's about 43 times greater than the endowments of all the HBCUs in America combined. Is that racism? Yeah, well, it's partly racism for sure. We deserve reparations, but a big part of it is also due to the fact that HBCUs don't produce business owners. HBCUs don't produce the level of business owners necessary to come back and make the kinds of investments and donations to those institutions that will allow them to have multi-billion-dollar endowments. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm saying. Give me a yes. I want some confirmation and feedback so you understand where this is going. So basically, HBCUs, they produce millions of employees. These employees go and they build wealth for white people. Those white people running those big businesses, they go back to Harvard and Yale and Stanford and the white universities. They make billion-dollar donations. Your HBCU grads who are employees of these big companies, they can only give maybe $80. Maybe they give $300 at the reunion if they're really balling out of control. You need those millionaire, billionaire alumni, and you're never going to get that if all you're producing are employees. So if you're at an HBCU and they ever say, well, what should we do next? We're struggling. We ain't got enough money. Where do we find the bread? Tell them to come listen to me. Tell them, say, hey, Dr. Boyce Watkins has a blueprint. His PhD is as real as every faculty member on this campus. He loves Black people, and he's shared the message for many years. Dr. Claude Anderson lives right down the street from Howard University. You can talk to him. There are many, many people out here that understand the formula, but you got to get your brain out of a cage. You cannot figure this out when your brain is in the cage. Give me an amen in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Give me a yes or amen or some kind of confirmation. Let me know that this message is sinking in, because I really want our people to know the secrets. And in fact, that's why, and I'll mention this to you guys. I mentioned it before. I'm going to keep mentioning it because I need everybody to know this. In the Black Business School, we just established the first ever Black Financial Therapy Department, the Black Financial Therapy Department. That came from my beautiful wife, who is a licensed therapist and a full professor of social work. Not just a professor, she's a full professor. Give that Black woman her respect. I hope that you'll join me in doing that. Black women that achieve at a high level deserve our respect. So my wife is a full professor of social work and a licensed therapist and a certified trauma professional. It was through talking to her about therapy and all the and trauma that I realized, number one, most Black people need therapy. I don't care how healthy you think you are. I don't care how much you think you got it together. I don't care how many master's degrees you got. You probably need therapy because racism is hard, and the things we've gone through have been terrible. And the things that happened to you didn't deserve to happen to you. You probably need therapy. There are many Black therapists that can help you. Number two, it is because of this trauma. It is because of this mindset. It is because of the brainwash. It's because of the constant battering against our minds that we end up making mistakes when it comes to our wealth. That you can't really build empires if your mind ain't right. If your brain is so gone from everything from trauma to ADHD to all the other craziness that happens in our community, how the hell you think you're going to build empires when you can't even focus? Only focused people can build empires and maintain them. Only focused people can do that. A lot of us, because when we were a baby, our daddy abandoned us, and then our mama beat our ass every day, and our cousin Pookie got shot when we were 7, and Lil Rerun, our best friend, got sent to prison for 80 years, and our baby mama is driving us crazy, and the white man is on our neck, and the police are harassing us every day, and then all the other things that come along with being Black. You get into survival mode. You can't even think what it means to actually build economic empires. So in order for us to do that, we have to do therapy. We have to do the hard work. So my wife has been doing a lot of research with me on all the different psychological barriers that keep us from building Black wealth in our community. And that's what our Black Financial Therapy Department is all about in the Black Business School. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. The first thing we are going to do is we're going to do a love and money masterclass, because a lot of the reason our wealth doesn't grow is because we can't keep our families together. Our relationships fall apart just like that. And that is a huge impediment to wealth. So we're doing a love and money masterclass that starts on December 4th. If you'd like to learn more about it, just go to boycewatkins.com. Again, in the spirit of Black Friday, we literally dropped the price by about 60%. The regular fee to join for 4 weeks for lifetime access is $4.99. We dropped that to $139. So if you'd like to join, feel free to go to boycewatkins.com. The link is right there, and we'll get started December 4th. And my wife and I are going to co-teach that together. All right. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That's really important. I need you to hit the notification bell, please. All right. So here's what is also stated. Let's get back to our core topic on Walmart and Amazon. I find this really fascinating. Amazon was pretty much dominant in the whole online retail space, but apparently Walmart has been creeping up hard. And they said searches for Black Friday discounts on Walmart surged 386% year over year, leapfrogging Amazon, which last year ranked first in Captify's survey of most search retailers on Black Friday. This year, the world's largest e-commerce company ranked fourth behind Target and Kohl's. What? Did you hear that, babe? Target and Kohl's beat Kohl's? Does anybody shop at Kohl's? I don't shop. Do you shop at Kohl's, baby? I don't shop at Kohl's. Who shops at Kohl's? How did Kohl's beat Amazon? That's crazy. They said retailers are battling for shoppers' eyeballs and wallets at a time when the holiday shopping season is expected to be more subdued than in years past. Americans are expected to pull back on their holiday shopping this year as sky-high inflation squeezes their spending power. The National Retail Federation said it expects holiday sales during November and December to rise between 6 and 8% from last year, a decline when factoring in the effect of inflation. Online sales during the months of November and December are forecast to grow a meager 2.5% to $209.7 billion, compared with an 8.6% increase a year ago. Okay, online sales in the months of November, okay, they're going to grow 2.5%, but they're still growing, right? Growing is still kind of a big deal, right? I mean, it's not growing as fast as it was before, but that's the weird thing about the stock market is that growth isn't good enough. It's like if your growth is slowing, then your stock price will get hammered. Now we're not just dealing with slowing growth. We're actually dealing with declining revenues. For example, Facebook is a company that is actually dropping in its total revenue. That's why you saw Facebook stock drop by about 70% in the last year. Mark Zuckerberg's bet on the metaverse isn't exactly panning out the way people thought, but there's a lot to be told in that story, though. He could end up being correct in his assessment. But right now, I think Zuckerberg lost $100 billion in his net worth last year, which is kind of crazy. So you've been watching these billionaires just topple over slowly. One of the things that I do think about, this is one lesson you can kind of learn from watching all this is, you know, when it comes to investing, you have to spread your money out. You can't put all your money in one company. You can't put all your money in one industry. You know, Sam Bankman-Fried had all of his money in crypto apparently and lost $26 billion in net worth over the weekend. You got to spread your money out. And one of the things that I did that I'm really proud of was during the pandemic when stocks were just going crazy, my wife and I we sold a bunch of stock and went out and bought some property. You know, we bought a house in a couple of places actually, and we rent them out. And it's an income stream that is consistent regardless of the value of the property, right? So ultimately, what I encourage you to do is when times get good, they're going to get good again, just so you know. Don't think that it's always going to be bad. It never stays bad forever. It always gets better. When times get good and you start making the money hand over fist, don't go doubling down and tripling down on the stuff that's making you the most money. A lot of these things that were making money are now doing very, very bad. What you do is you spread your money out. In fact, there were many things that were occurring in the last year or two that were out of control. You had things called SPACs, special purpose acquisition companies that were making easy money hand over fist. SPACs are pretty much dead. You had a lot of IPOs. You had a lot of companies that weren't making money, that were just accumulating market share. They weren't actually making a profit, that were growing because they had a big market share but weren't making any money. A lot of those companies are hurting pretty badly. You had a lot of industries, the tech companies in particular. The NASDAQ was on fire for a while. I mean, some of these tech companies had valuations that were, 40, 50 times earnings. That's not true anymore. A lot of that has deflated. So you're really kind of dealing with a major correction right now, but that's a good thing. I think crypto is going to be stronger than ever when it finally comes back. I think that the IPO market, the stock market is going to start making more sense. What happened was for a while, the stock market got to a point where experts like me, people that were sort of that broke our teeth on standard economic valuation models, we were just like, what the hell is going on? Like, these valuations don't even make any sense. We don't know where they come from. They come from outer space. There was a lot of what is called irrational exuberance. People were just going crazy, buying anything. Prices were doubling, tripling overnight. That's not happening anymore. So this is a good time to really invest if you do have a little bit of extra cash. And if you don't have a lot of extra cash, that's okay. Don't count yourself out of the game. We just got to get you ready. So if you go to boycewatkins.com, the $5 a day investing plan is right there for you for free. Also, if you want to join my stock market class, we meet every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I answer all your questions. I give you the stocks that I like for that week. There's a lot of good stuff there. I will make you the perfect investor. So feel free to take a look at that. Now, one of you were asking about the convention, and some of you were asking if you could get a discount. I don't know what kind of discounts they have in place, but I think they do have a discount. This is kind of early bird. So if you all blackconvention.com, you can go ahead and get your convention passes for next year. We're going to be in Atlanta. We're going to limit it to 500 people. We've already sold over half the tickets for next year's convention. We will probably sell the other half probably by February, by Black History Month. So if you want to come to the All Black National Convention, which is pretty much the premier gathering of B1 people all around the world, then feel free to go to allblacknationalconvention.com. You can get a discount right there. All right. So do me a favor, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. If you have a question or any quick questions, feel free to pop it in there and I'll answer the question quickly. Let's see. Starbucks is always crowded too. Yeah, I like Starbucks, man. Let's see. Thanks for this valuable information. Do you teach stock options trading? Actually, we do. I'll put the URL. There is a stock options masterclass that I have that's very popular that people love. And so if you go to stockoptionsmasterclass.com, you can feel free to go take a look at that. I did a stock options weekend where I literally spent the whole weekend kind of breaking down stock options and how they work and everything else. Stock options are a great thing to add to your portfolio that will allow you to do something. It's like putting seasoning on your stock portfolio. So, if you eat food without seasoning, it tastes pretty bland. It's pretty boring. But if you throw a little something on it, it makes it just right. Well, stock options kind of do that. Stock options give you seasoning on your portfolio. They allow you to create leverage if that's what you want. They allow you to hedge a little bit better, whatever it is you're trying to do. So stockoptionsmasterclass.com. Feel free to go take a look at that. Let's see here. Doc, when are you doing another gaming Q&A? You know what? I haven't done one in a while. I think what they're asking about is I started playing video games a little bit just to do something a little different to challenge myself. That's one activity I encourage everybody to consider. Like, I'm 51, and one way I try to keep myself, energized is by forcing myself to learn a new skill. I don't want to be an old dog who can't learn new tricks. I always want to be a mature, intelligent dog who is always willing to absorb new information and pick up new skills. So I saw my son playing Call of Duty, and I challenged myself to see if I can learn how to play so I can play with him, so I can spend time with him. That was my investment in him. And so I took the time, and I was a complete fool for a long time. I didn't know what was going on, but eventually I got good at it, and I started to enjoy it. So one thing I started doing for young people that might be watching is I said, what if I just played Call of Duty on my YouTube channel and answer stock market investing questions while I play the game? So that's what I do. So every now and then I'll do that. The reason I haven't played a lot is because two reasons. One, the game just changed. They just did a part 2 or something. And the game I really enjoy, the version is gone. So I'm kind of depressed about that. But then number 2, I've actually been spending a lot of time learning how to become an airplane pilot. So that's my next big challenge is I've actually been I've been working with my flight instructor. And pretty soon I will buy me an airplane, and I'm going to name it after my parents. I'm going to call it the Robin and Larry. And I'm going to take you guys on the tour of my airplane once I learn how to fly. And I will be Captain Boyce Watkins, but not a real captain, but it'll be fun. So anyway, that's why I haven't done a lot of stuff in that area. Let's see, what's the best course for someone that's just started off with investing? If you go to my website, boycewatkins.com, you can join the Black Stock Market Program. That's extremely popular. A lot of people like that a lot. And we meet every Tuesday. And no matter how silly your question is, I can get you started. And some people bring their whole family. We do it online. It's really great. So feel free to just go to my website and look for my stock market investing class, and you can join there. I think the first month is free. So feel free to take a look at that. Let's see. What's the ABC website for early bird tickets? Oh, it's allblacknationalconvention.com. So I'll put that on the screen again for you. There you go. There's the URL. Let's see. Oh, Dr. Watkins, I need to challenge you on Flight Simulator. You know what, Blazing Phoenix? I don't even know how to use Flight Simulator well enough yet to even know what it means to be challenged. So give me like a month or two, because what I actually have been doing is I have been getting on the Flight Simulator a lot. That's how I learned how to land and take off in an airplane. Where flight simulators are great because you can mess up and the consequences aren't that great, but I don't want to mess up in real life. So I've literally been doing nothing but takeoffs and landings and practicing a lot. And then I'm gonna go out with my flight instructor this week and work on that some more. Let's see. My name is Corey. Hey, Doc, question. Is there any specific reason why Amazon and Disney don't offer a dividend? You know what? I don't know exactly, but I speculate it's because it's typically, Corey, when people don't offer a dividend, when companies don't offer a dividend, it's because they have investment prospects. You know, when you give your money to a company, or well, you're not really giving it directly to them when you buy the stock, but the shareholders have given money to the company's managers, and they can decide whether they want to give some of it back to you in the form of a dividend, or if they want to take the money and invest it and make more money for you. So Amazon and Disney are companies that have lots of investing prospects. They have lots of places they can put money. So they're different from companies that are what you call cash cows. Cash cows are companies that just have plenty of cash. They don't have anywhere to invest it, so they just give it back to the shareholders. So theoretically, company managers, when they don't have a place to invest your money, they're supposed to give it back to you. That's what a dividend looks like, or a repurchase, and things like that. All right, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please hit the notification bell. That's how we can remain connected. The notification bell is really important because they won't notify you if we go live if you don't hit the notification bell. Also, I want to just reiterate to everybody real quickly, be careful, because there are fake Boyce Watkins pages out there. Sometimes a fake Boyce Watkins will come in the chat and he'll say, inbox me, or he'll start selling you crypto in a private inbox message. I have to warn you guys about that because I don't want you to get shook up or taken or anything like that. One other thing that I saw that was really interesting today was that they said the IRS is now warning people that there's a new $600 threshold for third-party payment reporting. They said the IRS on Tuesday warned taxpayers about the new $600 threshold, Form 1099-K, for third-party payments. The change applies to payments from third-party networks such as Venmo or PayPal, or transactions such as part-time work, side jobs, or selling goods. Quote, it's going to be a new form for a lot of people, said Adam Markowitz. So what does this mean? They said that basically if you receive more than $600 through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or whatever for doing little jobs or whatever, that you're going to get a 1099-K, and that the government is going to expect you to report that income. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to talk to my accountant, Rebecca Samuels, and have her come in and give more details on that at a later date. But that's something to look out for. So you can look up 1099-K and the IRS. And basically, if you're getting payments on Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, they've now significantly lowered the threshold because they're claiming that they can accumulate another $8 billion in tax revenue by taxing that money. So if you're getting paid that way and it's a substantial amount of money, the IRS, as usual, is coming for that ass. So don't mess with the IRS. Look into that. Talk to your tax professional about that. Make sure you report everything. Even if I don't know if y'all know this, but even if you were a dope dealer and getting money illegally, you can still pay your taxes. You can still report that to the IRS, and theoretically, they're not supposed to report you. But then again, though, you can't really. I don't know how much you could trust them on that. But anyway, guys, so that's all I had. I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So whether you're shopping at Amazon, Walmart, or anywhere else, with your Black Friday spending, I encourage you to just be balanced with it. Make some investments, buy some stock for your kids. If you want to join the Love and Money Masterclass with my wife, you can go to BoyceWatkins.com, or if you'd like to sign your kids up for the massive discount on our Black Millionaires of Tomorrow program, you can just take a look at my website. It's all right there. And so I hope that you will make some investments for your family long term in addition to your spending. That's what really matters. Don't ever think that spending money is going to cause you to go broke. And one website I should throw up here just in case you want it is powernomics.com. That's Dr. Claude Anderson's site, where he actually has his books, his Powernomics books, and all of his other books. And one of the things my wife and I did was we bought a bunch of books from Dr. Anderson, and we just give them away. When people come to our house, we have extra Powernomics copies sitting around that we can give away. We gave them away at our wedding. And so that might be a good way to show your Blackness and show your love for your community, is by sharing knowledge. The best thing we can share is love and knowledge with each other, and then also economics. If you do that, then I think everybody's going to be all right. So hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm out of here. Have a good day, everybody. Happy holidays to all of you. I love you very much, and I hope that this is a great Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, if you don't, then whatever this holiday is for you, then enjoy that. And I'll see you guys real soon. So have a good day. Take care now. Peace.